Hey everybody, welcome back to the Hen's Tooth Cafe. It's been a while since I breadboarded anything. Well, that's not true, but it's been a while since I videoed something that I've breadboarded. Today, what we're trying out is the Schumann Two Face fuzz. I'm only working with the fuzz section, not the clean section. I just wanted to throw it on the board here and see what I could come up with. First of all, I'd like to thank Germs from the Dan forum. He was instrumental in giving me the insight into what was making that box tick. And so today, I've decided to breadboard just the fuzz section. I didn't have any LF351s in stock, but I did have some TLO71s, so I don't think it's going to make a big difference. The original used the NTE 102 and 103 transistors for the fuzz section. I'm using 2N404As for the PNP and 2N1306s for the NPN. I did try some Russian transistors in here. They'll probably work better. The cans tend to pick up a lot of noise when you're breadboarding. They're not the most ideal transistor for breadboarding, the Russian ones, although they do make great fuzzes. So I think once I'm ready to enclose this, I might just socket some Russian transistors. But the Russian transistors, I was using the MP20Bs for the PNP, and I got the GT404G for the NPN, and they seem to work pretty well. It's not your run-of-the-mill fuzz. It's one of those what I call noisemaker fuzzes. I mean, you can get decent fuzz sounds out of it, but it's got some settings where you can get like octave jumping and motorboating, and it reminds me a little bit, not circuit-wise, but just sound-wise. You can kind of cop some Sky Ripper, Joe Gagan's Sky Ripper fuzz sounds out of it. So the other thing is about the Two Face is that it's an NPN and a PNP fuzz. You can either output from the NPN side or output from the PNP side, and then you can split or link the two together. I'm going to start by just playing a little bit with each, and then when you do link them together, when you choose different settings for the fuzz, especially when you go into oscillation settings, one side does affect the other. Here on the breadboard, I'm actually, if I have an oscillation going, let's say on the NPN side, I'll be able to hear it on the PNP side. So since they share the common ground, you do end up getting crosstalk between the two, even if you're split. Okay, so we'll start with the NPN side. Right now I've got it basically just a straight fuzz, more or less maxed out. It uses an op amp to boost the front end of the fuzz, so it can do all kinds of wacky things. You have a drive, which is for the op amp drive, which is in front of the fuzz face type circuit. You have a sensitivity, which is basically you can bring your just out in between the op amp and the fuzz. You can bring it to ground. You have a what is this? It's a 20K. The original in the Schumann is a 15K, but the 20K will work fine. And then you have a boost pot. You have a boost circuit in here as well. On the original, you could boost your signal level. So this is the NPN side with the 1306s. Oh. Turn your guitar volume up. I don't know if you can hear it over the camera. I'm always dubious of these camera mics, but you get a nice octave bloom on some notes. Kind of reminds me of a harmonic percolator. So that's the NPN side. Now I'll switch over to the PNP side. And even the PNP side, it's very similar. It's just a touch woolier, but I mean, you know, you can play around with a lot of different transistors. Another one that I found really good on the PNP side was the 2SB176. I think a 172 will do really well too. It's slightly lower gain, but the 176s are a higher gain, but they work really well in there. As, like I said, the MP20Bs, the Russian ones. So you can hear a little bit of a hiss in the background of all your notes there. That's basically because of the op amp driving the front end. So you can turn the gain down a little bit, and then turn the sensitivity up. And there seems to be like a sweet spot where you can balance the two. And for those of you that like Velcro fuzz, this has got Velcro all over the place in it. Velcro with an octave bloom, not bad. So, and then if you link the two, you'll get a combination of your NPN and PNP fuzzes together. The other thing that was found on the original, there was a 3-position switch, and basically what it was doing was switching a dioide and a cap in and out of the fuzz circuit. Actually, there were 2 caps. The 3 positions on the original pedal were labeled 1, N, and 2. Position 1, the up position on the toggle switch, just basically brought you into oscillation territory, and then it's very sensitive to adjustments on the guitar. Again, reminiscent of the Sky Ripper fuzz, and the down position, the 2 position, is disconnects everything. The middle position, the N position, basically connects 1 dioide and 1 cap to ground, and then the up position connects an extra cap to from the input side. So basically, right now I'm running in what would be known as the number 2 setting. So if we go, I'm on the PNP fuzz right now. So if we go to, let's say, the N position, I just played a little bit with my guitar volume, and it makes a heck of a difference. All the controls on this fuzz are very, very interactive. You can see it's a knob twiddler's delight. That kind of came out wrong, but anyway, you know what I mean. So by playing with the drive, you can put it into switch, so if you want to there was a boost switch on the original, so you could set a boost pot to the amount of boost for the output that you wanted. I just have it. I'm just using a jumper here. So then if you go to the one position, which basically ties everything together, you get into oscillation territory, and this takes a little more work to figure out. It is usable, but it's really a matter of finding So it's a real noisemaker, just like the original one. The original one just takes you in oscillation territory, and then it's really a matter of just tweaking your guitar controls and tweaking the controls on the pedal itself to get something usable out of it. That was the PNP side. I'll just switch over to the NPN side, and we'll put it on the N setting. That's on the N setting, and then on the oscillation setting. I'm not gonna mess with it too much more. What I'll just might do is I'll link the two, in oscillation mode, and then we'll see what we can do. The original one had a dual gang pot, reverse taper. That's important because I'm using a linear here and it's all stacked up at the end, so the reverse taper is really important. But it used a dual gang pot, so the drives were linked together, so whatever you're driving one, you're driving the other. I actually found it a bit weird that he had one drive pot for the two fuzzes, especially if you were going to run both fuzzes out separately. So personally, I'm going to use two separate drive pots, one for the NPN side and one for the PNP side. And there you go. That's the Two Face fuzz. Like I said earlier, I didn't include the clean circuit. All the clean circuit does is that it mixes in clean signal from the front end. So it somewhat attenuates the fuzz. And if you're familiar with the Lion, the Schumann Lion, that's basically along the same lines as the Lion. There we have a clean signal mixed in with the overdrive. This is a clean signal mixed in with the fuzz. I found it really varies with different transistors. Your fuzz face numbers are really what I was shooting for, and what I'm kind of using here, like around in the 80s for the Q1, and in the 100 to 110 for Q2, and you want to try, and I tried to get the transistors closely matched, like to mirror each other gain wise, so that gave me the best, the most even performance, whether it be NPN or PNP side. And the op amps I'm using in here are TL071s, single op amps, instead of the LF351s, which I didn't have. But from what I recorded with Germ's unit, the original Schumann Two Face, it's pretty close to what I could, the sounds that I could get out of it. So there you go. That's the Schumann Two Face. Fun little noisemaker. Hope this has been informative, and thank you once again for coming to the Hen's Tooth Cafe. Have yourselves a great day.